Hello. My name's Sam and this is my channel, So Let's Sparkle with Sam. All I can say is, wowzers, what a week. So this week I have been to Frocktails, Plymouth Frocktails. Don't know which way around it should be, but whatever way around it should be, it was amazing. It was an absolute weekend of delights. I've had the absolute best time. Now, apologies for the lateness of this vlog. My plan was that it was going to be out way sooner than this, but when I came back, I just got brought down with, I don't know whether it was tiredness, exhaustion, achy face from smiling, or some kind of lurgy, but I definitely wasn't feeling my best self and I definitely didn't want to be in front of a camera. So yeah, so here I am. I have actually done this video in a few parts, so you're going to see some kind of like live at the event and like, as it's going, and then yeah, and then me kind of chatting over the top of lots of videos and letting you know how we got on. So I have had the most wonderful time. Now, there is a very special thank you that I need to do, and that is to Mandy of Make It So, because without her, I just wouldn't have been able to have gone. So thank you, Mandy. You are an absolute diamond, my fairy godmother. You deserve your wand. Thank you very much. So Mandy, if you don't watch her channel, why not? Go over there right now, give her a subscribe. She's an absolutely salt of the earth woman. I love that lady. She's so kind and so lovely, and she drove me all the way to Plymouth and drove me all the way home again. And it's a really long way from Leamington Spa, and it's even further from Norfolk. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So yeah, I just needed to get that out of the way and just say a really big thank you. I mean, I've got loads of thank yous, mainly to the whole of the sewing community, because it was all of us guys, so I'm going to include me in it as well. It was all of us that made the event so amazing, because it was just lovely. Everyone was, you know, when you go to an event, everyone was up for it. You know what I mean? Everyone was there. Everyone was there to have a good time. Everyone looked spectacular and everyone looked like themselves. I think that I've been to other Frocktails events and there's been a little bit of like, you know, everyone kind of has to go full out glamorous. And I think because of the way that, you know, that the lovely Lizzie and the lovely Angela made everyone feel really relaxed about the event, that actually what you wore wasn't important as long as you felt comfortable in it. And I think everybody did that, including me. So those of you that have watched my vlogs coming up to it, you'll have seen some pictures on Instagram, I'm sure, and gone, Sam, that is not the fabric you said you were going to make your outfit from. Yes, I know. I changed my mind. So I did make the lovely green fleur top, and I will be showing that in another video. But it was just one of those things. I put it on and I didn't feel like me. It felt a little bit too flouncy and might I say a little bit mumsy, and you know, I just didn't feel like me. Yeah. I'm a bit more of a kind of sparkly kind of girl, you know. I just wanted something. I knew there was nothing wrong with it. I made it beautifully, even if I do say so myself. It was absolutely fine, and probably for a different occasion I will definitely wear it. But it just didn't feel like me. So, but last minute, I used my pink viscose from So Hailey Jane, which I said I was going to use, and made the Cigaru trousers. I had a little last minute, so I couldn't find any cord to put through my Cigaru trousers. So at the very last minute, we went to see Helen Stitch Rip Repeat in her shop, the shop that she works in Plymouth, called Haberdashery and More, I think it's called, and I managed to find some macrame cord and it was perfect. So Helen saved the day. Well, Helen's shop saved the day, to pop in there, because I'd had some rainbow cord and it just didn't look quite right, whereas the macrame cord was nice and soft, so that was perfect, and that was in the Cigaru trousers from the Cigaru set. I did alter them slightly because I wanted them to be a little bit more kind of long floaty, and I took them in quite a bit at the hip because I find that I get a lot of extra volume around the hip that I don't need because I don't really have much hip or bottom. So yeah, But they were so comfy. I went the trainers option. I'll pop a picture in there. Yeah, I went for my pink Gola trainers. Well, I think they're a Gola dupe from New Look. They were cheap as chips, and I'll tell you what, they were the most comfiest things. And while everyone looked absolutely wonderful in their heels, just a little shout out here to Angela, Des and Frocktails, how she managed to stay upright all night on these things. I kid you not. I would have been A&E in it after 10 minutes if I'd been wearing those shoes. But yeah, I went for the train, and that was part of the reason why I decided to go for trousers and top, was because I knew that I'd be able to wear my trainers and I would feel very comfortable. So the top is actually a Galana dress. So if you have watched my So Frugal, the Galana dress is a dress by Styler Patterns. It's a free pattern and I just hacked it. So basically it's a stretch knit fabric from First for Fabrics. It's a black velour with like I think they call it confetti sprinkles, but if you look really closely, it's little stars and planets, well, circles, but you know, in my world, it's stars and planets. And it's all of the colours, but it's got quite a lot of that shocking pink in it. So it was brilliant. And I just hacked the top. So what I did is I did the bodice bit, and instead of doing the peplum, because it was quite a like tight stretchy knit, I just did a panel, and then that panel just finished just where my trousers stopped. So it kind of like, and I doubled over the panel because then it kind of gave me a little bit of support around the tummy area, which pulled everything in a little bit. And that just made me feel more comfortable for, you know, dancing and eating and all of that jazz. So yeah, so I'm going to just leave it over to me now, and and I'll just kind of talk you through my week. I'm going to start at the very beginning and talk you through my whole week, and then I'll see you in a bit. Good morning. My name's Sam, and this is my channel, So Let's Sparkle with Sam, and let's go to Frocktails. So it is Wednesday morning. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I've just dropped Simon off at work so I can have the car today. We are a 1-car family, so if I want the car, I need to take him to work, and that's fine. I have just, because of where he is, I have just dropped myself off at the Shire's car park, which is like a retail park in Leamington. So I'm going to go and get a few supplies that I need for Frocktails. So yeah, I'm going to go and do that, and then I'm going to go and have my hair cut, and then I'm going to have my nails done. Exciting. And then I'm going to go home and get some prep done for some things that I need to take with me to Frocktails, because I'm leaving on Friday morning. Excited. So I just thought I'd kind of quickly pop on so this all kind of makes sense. So I'm going to take you with me on all of my prep for what I'm doing for Frocktails. So I'll see you in a bit. Whew, it is freezing out there today. So those of you that are in the UK will know that we kind of had like a little bit of a false alarm last week, and the sun was out and it was definitely feeling warmer. Well, this week it definitely isn't warm. It is freezing. And of course, when you go to a ball or a Frocktails event, you tend to wear things that are maybe a little bit thinner or a little bit more revealing, show a bit more skin, that perhaps aren't as toasty warm as other things that you might wear. So Sainsbury's to the rescue. I went into the Sainsbury's in the UK, do the TU range, 50% off, and look, I shall go to the ball and I shall be toasty. So I've got long sleeve crew neck, which is brilliant because it won't mess with the neck on my top, and it's sparkly, so you know, if it happens to peep through, that's okay. So yeah, I managed to get myself a thermal top to wear underneath for Plymouth Frocktails. And then in the day, I'm going to the daytime event, and I'm also wearing something that's quite thin, but I'll need something that's white. So I got a white one as well. So yeah, they're 50% off. So this one should have been 14 and was £7, and this one should have been 12 and was £6. So I think I've got myself a bargain. So I'm going to take those home and put them through the washing machine so I can pack them in my case. I've also nipped into Marks and Spencer's and to get a pair of shapewear pants, which I won't show you because you don't need to see those. They're just the bog standard Marks and Spencer's ones that I get every time. When I was getting things ready, I was thinking I might treat myself to a new pair, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I've got those, and while I was there I saw a couple of little treaty things that I have bought for people that I'm going to see while I'm there, but I don't think I'm going to show you those yet. I'm going to wait and see. I may record something. You may see it, or you may see it when I give them to them when I see them. So yeah. I don't want to go back out. It's too cold. I want to stay in here with you. So my hair appointment's not for another 45 minutes. So I need to kind of go and waste some time. Some of the bits and pieces aren't open up here yet. So I'm going to pop myself to the Marks and Spencer's cafe and go and get myself a cup of tea. And I might treat myself to a toasted tea cake. And then I will go and do a few more bits and pieces and then pop to the hairdressers. So that's the haircut done. I just had a lovely little 30 minutes with my lovely friend Olivia, who does my hair, and I think she's done a lovely job. I'm still kind of growing it out, so yeah, because I'm worth it. But yeah, I will probably style it slightly differently for Frocktails, but yeah, I think it's looking really, really nice, and she always cuts it really well. So now I'm gonna I am back in the car, and then I'm going to go into town and get my nails done because my nails are looking really boring and I want them to look really exciting. So the nails are done. Little bit of a sneaky peek of what my fabric might look like for my outfit. It's a really nice experience actually. I normally go to a different place, but because I wanted something a bit fancy, my daughter suggested the place that she goes to, and it's called UK Nails, and it's in Leamington. And the guy was really, really lovely because I think he was really aware that I had no idea what I was asking for. So yeah, he's put little acrylic tips on the ones that were broken, and yeah, I think they look really nice. So now they all look the same. So yeah, I do feel like I've got someone else's nails on though, particularly on these ones. I've got to go and pin up a hem later, so I'm hoping that that's not going to be too crazy. I guess it's just getting used to them, but yeah, I feel like I've got somebody else's borrowed castanets. Right, I'm going to go home and get some lunch because it is 12:30 and I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning and I'm hungry, so see you in a bit. Hello. So I'm here with the lovely Mandy. Come off Plymouth Frocktails, we're coming to get you. So we've just had a lovely little drive up to Poundbury. Guess where we're going?
Face bump some. Hello.
It wouldn't be a road trip without a stop off at Beyond the Pink Door now, would it? So yeah, we went off to Poundbury. Poundbury is just an absolutely fantastic place. There was loads of parking and for some reason that just surprised us. And it was absolutely fabulous. So we were wandering up to the infamous Pink Door and we went off to see the lovely Andrea. And to our surprise, as we went through the Pink Door, we were greeted by lots of other people all going to Plymouth Frocktails. So yeah, everyone had the same idea, which was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we had a good look round. Hi Cara, how are you? Lovely to see you. And yeah, Mandy, stop buying fabric. And hi Andrea. It was absolutely brilliant. It was just fabulous. Yeah, I think Mandy's a little bit annoyed with me that I've got evidence of her buying fabrics. Now, there's the husband bench with my purchases. So I am going to do another video with all of my purchases and what I kind of bought when I went on the weekend. So look out for that very, very soon. I just had to keep taking pictures of the fabric because everything was brilliant. And yeah, we had a lovely time. Can't wait to go back soon. Sneaky peek of the fabrics. Now, when we arrived, we went straight out for a lovely meal at the Cozy Club and just kind of met up with everybody. And it was fantastic. Best night. The next day was Saturday, so me and Michelle, menopausal sewer, and the lovely Mandy, of course, we went to find a little hunt for fabric shops, and we went to see Haberdashery and More, see the lovely Helen. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage inside the shop. And then we had a lovely walk along Plymouth Hoe, saw the lighthouse, you know, the obligatory photos of the sea and the sky. And it was great because I managed to get some of my photos taken for my So Yellow for Endo competition on Instagram. Look at that. I bought the sunshine to Plymouth. And then, of course, we had to have bougie fish and chips with a view. It was fantastic. And then it was time to go off to make. So we walked down the boatyard. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was just such a beautiful, I felt almost a little bit like royalty walking down to the, to the big event. It was a really, really great time. So it was time for a cuppa and a natter at the pre-event at Make 140. So it was absolutely brilliant. They'd opened up the cafe for us, and I tell you, I was not prepared for what I found inside. There was lots of squealing excitement and lots of ladies that looked absolutely fabulous. So then it was time to get ready. So my Fleur robe from last year's So Frugal Challenge is still being used. So I popped on my robe, got the old ready, and then Adam came and saved the day for Mandy. He is a talented man in so many ways. So yes, Mandy, you shall go to the ball, and yes, you shall have curly hair. So yeah, Adam and Catherine came up to our room. We had a little cheeky glass of fizz, took a few little photos. Adam saved the day doing Mandy's hair, and then we were ready for the ball. We were Frocktails ready. Look at Adam in his fantastic outfit. And then it was time to party. Lizzie and Angela had really pulled out every stop. So there was a fantastic sign for photo opportunities. There was the catwalk that you could join in if you wanted to, and if you didn't, there was absolutely no pressure. But of course, put a load of dressmakers in a room, and what are you going to see? You're going to see Cara strutting her stuff. And she looked absolutely fabulous. And wait for it, quick reveal. Wait for it. Work it, Cara. Work it. Everybody just looked fabulous. And my ears are still ringing from all of the whooping in the room. There was whooping and squealing everywhere. But yeah, it was just a fantastic evening. And I hope my little snippets of video is just kind of letting you in a little bit of an insight. And there's the lovely Emma with Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door, strutting their stuff, looking absolutely fabulous. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful evening. The food was delicious and plenty of it. I have to say, me and Adam definitely put the little pastries to the test. And then there was the dancing. So we really, really danced the night away. And I was very glad that I had my trainers on and not 6-inch heels. So hi, Nikki. Hi, Michelle. It was a wonderful, wonderful night. And Michelle, Menopausal Bunny, menopausal sewer. There's Michelle Sewing Bunny, and Michelle, menopausal sewer. A special note to her. She wins for dancing the night away. Her moves were something else. And then there was just all of the sewing friends that I hadn't seen for such a long time. And we just had a wonderful, wonderful night. Honestly, I think this video could go on for a few days and we still wouldn't be able to show you what a wonderful, wonderful time that we all had. Hi, ladies, you strut your stuff. So, I hope you enjoyed finding out all about my kind of fabulous weekend. And yeah, and it was just amazing. Again, I want to say thank you to everyone that was there, everyone that said hi, everyone that talked to me, everyone that smiled at me, everyone that just made the whole weekend utterly brilliant. And just letting you know, Angela, I think we need to do it all over again. Yeah, we need to do it all over again. I'm just saying, okay? Yeah, and Lizzie, we're doing it again. I just think it's for the best. So yeah, everyone, I am off to Stitch Festival. In fact, I'm off to Stitch Festival in about 10 minutes. So if you see me, if this video gets up in time, who knows when I'm going to have time to edit it and get it up. If you see this video and you see me at Stitch Festival, don't forget to say hi. I'll be wearing this. So I'll just let you know what I'm wearing. This is my entry for Sew Yellow for Endo, and originally it was going to be a Donny shirt with the long sleeves, but it's actually a Tony shirt, as you can see, with the buttons, and I'll just undo the little, but sorry for dressing myself on camera. It is the Tony shirt, and it has got the long sleeves from the Donny, but I've also used the Emily pattern for some of the volume. So I've kind of like Donny, Tony, Emily mashup hack, which I will go into more detail when I do my Sew Yellow for Endo kind of video. And then I've got it on with a pair of Juliana Martinez Maisie Over-It-Alls, and I have got the sunshine in my pocket and I'm ready to go. So don't forget to sparkle, people. See you really soon. Bye for now.